All right, I've got some bad news. I don't usually like to do this, but I have to do it. So Senator Gerard Rennick of Queensland, he's in the Liberal National Party there. He has lost the internal vote for the Liberal Party Senate ticket. So he will no longer be a senator after May 2025 or whenever the next federal election is. He was trying to go for the third spot on the ticket, which was the most winnable spot for him to get. The vote was 134 votes to 131 votes. That's how many delegates. The guy that ended up winning it, Stuart, he's now the guy that will be, probably he won't get elected. This has basically guaranteed the fact that Malcolm Roberts from One Nation, he will get elected. Ideally, it would have been good to have both of them stay on, but unfortunately, the Liberal Party in Queensland have basically committed suicide by doing this. They will not be getting a third senator up. So Gerard, being one of the biggest, if not the biggest Facebook page, I think he is the biggest other than Scott Morrison in the Liberal Party, over 200,000 followers. He has lost his Senate bid, and that means that he will not be the senator after the next election in Queensland. Gerard is someone that was one of the hardest fighters over the last few years out of our freedom politicians, and this is tragic. There's no other way to put it. And the real question is, why did this happen? I don't want to get too much into the weeds of it, but essentially, the Liberal Party in Queensland, the way they pick who makes up the Senate ticket, who makes the numbering up, there are 7 different groups in it, and they have delegates and, people in branches. They send delegates to these counts, and the count ended up being 134 to 131. And so Gerard will no longer be the senator on the number 3, which is a winnable position. He won't be the number 3 on the ballot. And so instead, Malcolm Roberts from One Nation, lovely guy, and he's been doing very well. He's basically guaranteed to get elected, but we will not get Senator Gerard Rennick. He's been replaced by some irrelevant Liberal Party bloke. This is terrible news, but this is breaking news. I thought I'd share it with you now. I'm being heavily censored. It's impossible to get anything out right now on my social media. They're really after us this week. So please give this a share if you can. A lot of you guys are probably going to say, I'm never voting Liberal again, and I understand that. There is a version of the future where people actually, join a political party and make a difference. Most people aren't in political parties. Like 99% of people, they're not in political parties. In Queensland, Gerard lost by 3 delegate votes. If more people were members of the Liberal Party, this isn't an endorsement. I think everyone should join a political party, but if more people were in the Liberal Party in Queensland, this would not have happened. And Gerard's gone now. He will be gone in 2 years. He will be finishing up his time. And this is what happens when people don't engage in politics, So the next time we go into a crisis after May 2025, we won't have Gerard there. We'll have some great senators. We'll have, Malcolm Roberts and Senator Antic and, Ralph Babbitt. But unfortunately, we're not going to have Rennick. And that's tragedy. I think you guys would agree. So the way things typically go in each state, every election we elect 6 members to the Senate from each state. 2 typically go to the Liberal Party and the National Party. 2 typically go to Labor. The Greens get 1, and we typically get a Freedom person up. The problem is, in Queensland, Gerard has failed to secure the 3rd spot for the Liberal National Party, so it's not even possible now. And so that's where we are right now. And so this isn't an endorsement of the Liberal Party, but take this as a reminder. If you do not join a political party, if you do not actually vote in their internal pre-selections, this is what happens. we have a result where we lose the good people that have actually been serving us very well. There is a version of the future where people in this audience, people in Australia, they join the Liberal Party, they join the National Party. They make sure that people like Gerard Rennick do get pre-selected, people like Moira Deeming, people like Senator Alex Antic or Matt Canavan. They make sure they get pre-selected for the election. But then you can vote for a party like One Nation or the United Australia Party or the Liberal Democrat Party. But that's too complicated, apparently. People, they don't even want to join any party. And so this is what we get. We lose Gerard Rennick, who served our community very well the last 3 years. And he is the reason why he's lost it within the party is because the party, they don't like that he fought for our freedoms. They don't like what he did. And so this is the situation. This is where things are at right now. There are a lot of good people that were fighting to save Gerard, and unfortunately that has not come through. So Gerard, he will cease to be a senator after May 2025 or whenever the next federal election is, and that's it. And the worst part about this is, as a senator, you are somewhat protected from social media censorship. That page of 200,000+ of his on Facebook, it's basically going to be nothing. It's going to be nothing after he loses his Senate spot in a couple years. It's just going to tank. Facebook's going to tank it. And so that's the situation. It's just like Turning Points. If you want to know what Gerard Rennick's page will look like, it'll look like Turning Points in terms of traction. He has one of the most engaged Facebook pages in the country. Like every day I get metrics on who are the biggest senators that are making a difference. His one is always in the top 10. That's the situation. That's the breaking news. I'm going to have some pizza now. If you guys have questions about the Donald Trump Jr. tour, we are announcing new dates for that very soon. Hold on to your tickets because we know we're going to sell way more tickets because of what's happened in the last week. Despite the left saying we didn't sell any tickets, don't you worry, we already did, and this is going to help us sell even more. But I'm hoping to get good people like Gerard Rennick on stage with me at these events. Stay tuned with that. Don't fret about it in terms of the Trump Jr. tour. I mean, it's just a delay. We're going to make it happen. He now has his visa, as does Nigel Farage. But with Gerard Rennick, I'll keep you posted on where things go from here. I know Gerard, he's a good man, and we'll see what his next steps are. I suspect he's going to stay in the party and try and, reform it and try and, build it up and go up for pre-selection again. I don't think he'll leave the party, but regardless, I'll keep you guys up to date on what happens. This is breaking news. It's a Friday night. Give this a share. I'm being heavily censored, and we can maybe get it out there so more people can see this. I'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend. God bless you, and I hope you have a fun time with your family this weekend. Ciao.